What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. Today, we're going to be looking at the end of season review for our final season with JX Biedamen, because we are leaving at the end of the season. It's been a nice time. We've had a lot of fun. Goodbye, my friends. I love you. I am a favourite personnel at this club, so I will always hold you dear to my heart, but it is time for us to part ways. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below saying Rip Biedamen. So this is literally the signings we made this season. 4 players in total. Josh Collins, Deo Antonio, Sun and Bevish Gurung. Josh Collins surely like 10 goals from centre back. Everyone got a B minus or a B plus. That's not too bad. Players that went out, a lot of players were just frees or on loan. So that is not important. We were expected to fight bravely against relegation. Finished 11th. Could have been better, but this form to end the season did not help. 10% average attendance at home. Not ideal. But what can you do? Competition top goal scorer was Antonio with 18 goals. We did make it a round further than we did last year. We had the highest, or was our top goal scorer. We made it all the way to the 5th round. That's fantastic. Our biggest win was against Curzon in our first game against them in the league. The match to remember was a 2-2 draw. And our goal of the season was Zheng scoring a goal from 27 meters. Screamer. So sponsorship for the year has stayed the same. Broadcast revenue has rocketed because we were obviously playing in a higher division. Our corporate and hospitality went up. Competition prize money went up. Matchday commercial and retail has dropped significantly. Reputation has stayed the same. And the most shirts sold, Deo, Collins, Grung, Deng and Zheng. 3 new signings make it in. I'm surprised that the keeper didn't get some bit of love. Okay, the best 11 is broken because Zhu played 1 game off the bench and he was our best goalkeeper. Okay, this is last year's. What? Wait, last year's, because Chang Bon is there. Tang Mao. Interesting. So yeah, as I said, fans player of the season was going to be Collins, as I kind of expected. Didn't get a signing of the season, which is interesting. But Sun got young player of the season. I'm not surprised. Top goal scorer Deo Antonio. Most assists was Deng. You'd hope he would be. He was an actual like playmaker. Most man of the match awards went to Deo. Highest average rating went to Josh Collins, and Pao Jing had 47 completed passes per 90 minutes. I think that wasn't an ideal amount, but okay. Broke a couple of records. Youngest player was Sun, 16 years and 79 days. I don't imagine that's going to get beaten, but you never know. Deo had the fastest goal, 1 minute and 58 seconds, and Tang, the oldest player, 35 years and 21 days. We didn't win any competition awards, but that's fine. This is the highest position we've ever gotten because it's the first time the club has ever made it into the division. Josh Collins goes straight into the best 11. That's and so does Deo, Zheng, Luke Bon, Zhang and Sun were other players put in. So Sun played 1 season and gets on the bench. That's pretty cool. We've already looked at the season review. Next season, we'd be looking to fight bravely against relegation and pretty much just do the same things. That's fine. As you can see, there's some jobs I've applied for popping up on the screen here. What do we want? We'll have a chat with the players. Might as well. Go back fully refreshed. we're going to be in a exactly the sort of direction I was after. We discuss all that when we come back. We start talking about that at the start of preseason. That's fantastic. Bada bing, bada boom. Injury report. Who missed the most? Pow. 25% of the season. I'm actually surprised that Chen only had 4 injuries. He's the most injury prone player at the club. End of season break, they're off for a decent amount of time. Leandro. Yeah, I don't think any of our players really deserved to get an award this year. And as you can see, we've been not been given jobs by some of the clubs I played for. A wide variety: second division Argentina, top division in France, second division in Germany. So we're looking for a job anywhere that'll have us, essentially. The contract does run out in just around a month. We are studying for a Continental A license, but I'm not going to leave until we're given something to take over. I'm not going to just walk out and be like, this is grand. So we'll be back in just a second with an update on where we're going to go. So hopefully it won't be too long. I would like to get one before the end of December, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So don't go anywhere. Could be an interesting episode, or it's going to be an interesting episode, but it could be an interesting move that we get. Also, that one adaptability, not great. Right, fellas, so we are finally back. It has been, it has been so long. It is the 12th of April. You haven't seen me since the 30th of November. It was definitely the end of November anyway. I left Biedamen in January, the 1st of January. Decided didn't want to stay and upset whatever transfers the next manager was going to make. But we've had offers. I applied for some jobs, then found out that the clubs that I applied for weren't going to offer me even remotely an acceptable wage. So we've currently got our name in for, I think we've had 9 interviews. We actually have 4 job offers at the moment. We have one from Helmond, who are not having a great time. Nero, no, Noir, North. But they are probably going to get relegated, so I've decided to just keep delaying them. And Helmond, who else have thrown? Hartberg were a team I was actually quite interested in, and Salernitana. Yeah, so could have been one of those clubs, but I've chosen a different one. The jersey has nothing to do with it. I was going to pretend like I got the Southampton job. I haven't. You can tell by available jobs that is not one of them. I did apply for Barcelona. That job came up, and surprisingly, they didn't want me. But we've already accepted the job for the new club, and we are after taking over at Slovan Liberec in the Czech Republic. So as you can see, I've rejected offers from Helmond and Norte. I'm pretty sure there was another club, or did I? No, there was a couple of other clubs that I rejected offers from in Russia. We've a director of football, a pre-installed director of football, who is actually good. Ooh-hoo-hoo. We have a decent amount of transfer budget, and I think a decent amount of wage budget. Our stadium was built in 1933, and we weren't founded till 1958. Okay. There isn't long left in the Czech season, but as you can see, they're expecting quite a lot. They want us to play attacking football, develop players using the club's youth system, sign players based in the Czech Republic, and sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. They also want us to work within the wage budget, sign players to sell for a profit, minimum of 2-year contracts for first team players, which is all, fair enough. They want us to avoid a relegation battle. We're already out of the cup, so that is fine. Work towards becoming the most reputable team in Czech Republic. I did not see that in the interview. They want us to be the best of the rest. We signed a 1-year deal. So we'll just confirm all of this. League-wise, 13th. It doesn't sound great, but when it splits, we'll be in the relegation group, but we just need to finish top 3 of those, and that'll be fine. So I believe that we can do it. I've always enjoyed managing in Czech Republic. The last time I managed in the Czech Republic, it was Sparta Prague many years ago, but it's a reputable team, 3-star. I need to fix this again, but I'm currently almost 3-star, and I have my Continental A license on the way, so we'll be. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. How have? Where are they? I did spend quite a bit of time away from place to broaden job search. That question got asked to me before the Slaven Liberec job was offered to me. Yeah, this is kind of more what I expected last season for us. Oh my god, they've only scored 2 goals. Wow. Yeah, they've signed some amount of players. Gurung, Josh Collins, and Antonio, all unregistered, which is insane because they did sign. Lucas Costa is another one that they brought in, along with Gustavo Martins. Yeah, we've taken over. How did the players don't really like us? 15. The 15 most influential players don't like me. Oh, and you want to move to a bigger club? Okay, this is fine. He wants to be a Raumdeuter. Actually, this is a big step up in quality. Look at this. These players actually have numbers. It's just fantastic. Fantastic. Our first game isn't for 6 days, so that's fine. Gives us a little bit of something to consider. We're expected to finish 6th, so the fact that we're down in 13th shows that there's potential for us to get better. I haven't even checked finances yet. Okay, so we have a little bit of debt. We're a little bit over the wage budget, but committed spending isn't that bad. So yeah, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. Do we have... Okay, do have players sorted for arriving. An 18-year-old striker and a 26-year-old winger / striker with 2 players leaving. So we're actually going to be making... Yeah, we'll be saving money and making money. Fantastic. So the first thing I need to do is... When youth candidates, have they... Oh, we do have... We've youth candidates through already. Don't look very good. But we have a 15-year-old who looks pretty decent. Okay, this is fine. Yankubista. No, okay, I thought he was an actual footballer. A little bit of room in coaching and the recruitment, and yeah, we've spaces everywhere. This is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the team, see what I'm going to put together for our first game in charge, which will be in the next episode. Actually, we're just going to do the last two games of the league season. Let's see how that goes. So we'll be back in just a second, and I'll have a team thrown together so we can see what we're after getting ourselves into. So don't go anywhere. Right, fellas, so we have arrived on the morning of our first game in charge of Slovan Liberec, and I can see why the squad struggles a little bit so far. It's a little bit on the old side. We have 8 players over the age of 30 that are still in the first team. We did have 2 unregistered players who came to me pretty much straight away after we arrived and said they wanted transfers. So I was like, yeah, grand, no bother. Not realizing they actually didn't have contracts. So Sturba, who's a centre back, is gone, and Kościelek, who's a winger slash right back, he's also left us. So that's 2 less players, but it does mean our wage budget is, we're back within wage budget, so that's fantastic. I've set up just individual training and the such as well. Had a team meeting with the players. They were not happy with it because I said we'll avoid relegation, or avoid a relegation battle. They want top half. This has changed again. So I don't think top half is on the cards at the moment, seeing as how the highest we can finish is 10th. No, 11th. We can only jump up to 11th, and then we go into the relegation playoff thing where 3 teams get relegated. So we could still potentially be in a spot where we actually get relegated this year, and I don't really want that in my CV. So that would be less than ideal. I think this is how we're going to line up for the first game. As you can see, the average ratings for the last 5 games not been the best. We also don't have very good strikers, apart from Chori. After him, our next best striker is Hiel. He's fine. But then there's Valenta, who just got a new contract, by the way. Don't think he's going to be the best player for our attempt to finish the season in any way, shape, or form in decently well. And Kicklehorn has plenty of gaps in his game, so he's not really an option at the moment. But we do have Holek, who is actually wanted by, is it Granada? Yeah, he's wanted by Granada. Hopefully he doesn't leave, unless we have a really good goalkeeper that gets signed. He is our first choice goalkeeper. My chair has sunk just a smidge. Our best right back, as you can see, has 6 acceleration. Wants to be a no-nonsense fullback. He's really good at tackling. He's quite brave and angry, and he's determined. But he's 34, which isn't ideal. Madu is our left back, a 30-year-old. So again, and he's potentially leaving at the end of his contract. Panak is our best centre back, who also wants to be a striker. And actually, to be fair, he's not a terrible striker, but we don't really have the option of playing him as a striker because then we have no players. Salimi, again, another player who's just signed a new contract in the last couple of days. He is our second best central defender. Tischler, quite possibly one of our better midfielders. Wants to be a defensive winger who has 6 marking and 8 tackling. Not very good. Fasco, who's actually on the transfer list. Yeah, he's on the transfer list. He's going to play at box to box. He has 20 determination, so that's quite fantastic. Abdul Isik is a guy who actually wants to be a deep line playmaker. I'm going to be playing him as a number 10 because I think it's Fasco. Yeah, Fasco wants to be a number 10, but he's not as good. He's better as a box to box than he is in any number 10 role. Dazic is going to be either our right winger or our left inverted winger slash inside forward, and Sipek is our left winger or our right inverted winger slash inside forward. So they have a little bit of a mix up between the two of them. And then Chori, as I said, best striker. He is 31 years old though. Wants to be a target man. Milan Muller is actually a pretty decent player. Wants to be, he's like our backup right back. He's an option at centre back, but I'd much prefer to play him in central midfield. And we don't have anything else really other than that. If we look at the B team, Chaldek is probably backup striker next season. Vlek is a decent look. He's a decent looking centre back. I was trying to remember which one he was. Novak is a striker. He says he has 4-star potential. I'm not so sure. Yarolim is a player that will definitely be starting at left back for us next season, or left wing, depending on what the transfers and if these players are even still here. We have a bunch of other players in here that have high potential, and then the under-19s we have a couple of players that have decent potential. Becca could be our backup goalkeeper even this season, but he's currently way down as not a very good goalkeeper. Our backup goalkeeper is just a slight bit better than him, so he's going to be left to play as our... No, I clicked on the wrong button. So we're going to... That's the option. Or we have a 5-2-1-2, which would have Chori in his target forward position, which obviously he seems to want to do. It does mean that our two wing backs, I think Makula is one of our better centre backs as well. So it's yeah, like our best right back is also our third best centre back. So that's probably not a position we're going to be using too often. And then we have a 4-3-3 positive defensive midfielder thing, which would have like the majority of this team can just kind of swap around. So Sipek would be there, and then it is Tischler, I think, that plays. Yeah, so it'd be kind of more like this. So like the 11 players we'll have on the pitch at any one time are pretty much going to be played. Like we can just swap everyone around, and they'll fit in fairly well wherever we want them. Thankfully, Chori can actually play as a pretty decent pressing forward. He has quite good physicals for a 31-year-old. I think it's because his natural fitness being 15, but his first touch, his teamwork and decisions aren't the best. So yeah, he's also not got great vision. He's partially blind, but he is 6'6", so that is pretty much what we're going to be putting all our eggs in at the minute, is that he can just get enough goals for us to do well. We did get offered the opportunity to change our captain and vice captain. Decided against because they actually are the two best players for it, so we leave them at it. Hopefully by next season we'll have a lot of these players actually wanting to participate in, being a part of the team. But we do have a lot of players who are running out of contracts or have offers or interest, should I say, from pretty decent sides. Like Kral is, I think, has some potential, not as a ball winning midfielder like he wants to, because it's only 8 tackling. He's 19 years old. He needs to really work hard to hit that 5-star potential, but there's potential for him to do something. So in the next episode will be our first game and second game in charge, but the final 2 league games of the regular season against Banek Ostrava and Jablonek. Yeah, Jablonek. Why not? We played 3 friendlies and lost all of them. Oh Christ, we're not. What have I done? But yeah, we will be back in the next episode for the final 2 league games of the regular season at our new club, Slovan Liberec. Hopefully, we can get at least 1 win. Maybe. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends. It took me so long to record this. Thank you for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one.